Hello and welcome back to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition with me, Bardon, the Nameless One, Dakon, Anna, and Mort. And we're about to speak to Keldor, so let's go do that. So we'll deliver the message to him, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do from here. You see a sturdy man who looks like he's just bursting with vitality. His face is tanned and lined, and his black beard is beginning to show hints of white. Hail, stranger. Well met. What can I do for you this fine day? I have a message for you from Gilspur, the auctioneer. A message, eh? He takes the note from you. Very well. You can tell him the message is delivered. Was there anything else you wanted? I had a few more questions. Who are you? He smiles broadly. My friend, I am Keldor of Jurian, one of the factorums of the Godsmen, and nominally in charge of this place, while our true high powers are gone in conclave. What can you tell me about your faction? He smiles, his face creasing in wrinkles. What would you like to know about us? How do I join? If you wish to join the Believers of the Source, you must complete 3 quests. The first quest is this. You must go to the forge and create an item. This will show that you are capable of seeing the possibilities inherent in even a base lump of iron. Then you are capable of bringing forth something that will stand the test of time. It measures your vision and your ability to make the potential talk to Alyssa, the foundry supervisor and the main foundry, to see how it all works. I had some other questions. Journal. What can you tell me about this place? This is the Great Foundry, home of the Believers of the Source, also known as the Godsmen. Here we make items that ship all over the plains. We're renowned in many worlds. Only the best work here. It's said that we've got a staff of smiths that rival those in Mount Clangaden itself. Personally, I don't think we're that good, but we are close. Can you take on additional work? Sadly, friend, we cannot. We're engaged in a long-term contract right now, and that's taking up most of our resources. Perhaps when we're finished, in a matter of years. He shrugs. My apologies. I need to ask you some questions about the forge. Okay, so I don't. I'd like to see the secret project if I could. He smiles. Friend, I can't give that to you until you prove yourself a friend of the Godsmen. Okay, maybe later. So, we have to go back to the main area, I guess. There's nothing in here we can interact with. And they're just all foundry smiths and stuff. Let's pop out of there. Oh, there is a stairway there. I guess it's up to that area. Well, we don't need to go up there right now, but that's something to keep note of. Okay, out we go. But we actually should we talk to her again since we talked to her brother? Because her brother was telling us she's got some kind of talent. Greetings, wounded man. What do you need? Answers. Everyone seems to have a special talent. Tell me of yours. I know not how I came by it. It seems something that has always been a part of me. I can only surmise that my past lives and my beliefs in this one have given me a special insight into mortal nature. I am gifted with the ability to see a piece of the potential within every being. By reading the true name graven on that mortal's very being, and by slightly mispronouncing that word, I am able to change the nature of that potential, thus changing the nature of the bearer. Can you change me? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. It is like teaching color to a blind man or sound to a deaf man. And I will change you if the price be right. What is the price? Tell me, do you subscribe to the philosophy of the Godsmen? I don't know enough to tell you. Learn more of us, join the faction fully. If you haven't already, go speak to Keldor of Jurian. He's the factor in charge of recruiting. You will find him in the Great Hall here. Farewell. Farewell. Okay, so if we join, we can get something from her. so that's a good reason to join. So we were to speak to Alyssa, weren't we? So the last time she was walking around... Ah, there she's here. Okay. Let's go around this way. So maybe you can cut her off at the pass. Ah, there she is. No, we want to talk to you, Alyssa. No, come back. You again? What do you want? My apologies for the impatience, but we are on a schedule. I had some questions. I need to use the forge. Certainly, just make sure you have the proper items for it. Protection from the flames, tongs, hammer, and of course your iron ore. Where do I get those items? If you can't find them lying around, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk. For a nominal price, of course. Okay, so where is the clerk? Why is this? I'm looking for the pickup office. I have an item waiting for me. It's that office with the desk. He should be sitting right behind it. Thanks, farewell. So where's the office with the desk? Maybe this one? So we can't go... That's like the guarded secret area, I guess. Maybe this is the office here. This door is locked. Okay, so it's not there. Where's the office with the desk? Maybe it's in here and we just didn't see a desk. No, this does not look like an office. Okay, let's pop back outside. But she seemed to... Hang on. Is that a door?
Done.
No, it's not. It looks like... No, it is. Okay. There is something. Ah, okay. So... Madeline. Let's talk to Madeline. You see a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. He looks you over carefully and speaks. Hell... Have I seen ya before? You seem familiar to me somehow. I suppose it's possible. I never forget a face. It'll come to me. Ah, Tabator. With it. Do you remember where? It's important to me. Not so fast, lad. Takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time and seen a lot more faces in that time, and it ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's some you can bank on. Before replying, you mutter, tell me about it, lad. Then can you tell me who you are? Me? I'm Nadalin, God's man fighter extraordinaire. He sighs. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the foundry. Breathing in this soddy air and hastening my dying days along. That's a pity. I had some other questions. I'm here to pick up an item. To have a receipt, you need a receipt, or I can't give you anything. No. Okay, he pauses for a moment. If you got a receipt, give it to me. Otherwise, I can't give you anything. Now, go on. I'm sure it can be a busy man without being played with by passers-by. Okay, I'd like to pick up some gear for the forge. Ah, you're wanting to be a smith now, eh, lad? Very well. You need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 copper. That comes to 40 copper. I'm sorry, but that sounds more like 40 copper to me. What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, memory's an insidious thing. That is it. Give me stuff. I don't really like either of those answers, but we're going to go with that. Don't forget to pick up some ore from Tildon if you're wanting to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard, but he's the only person to get ore from. Well, we got ore from already. Thanks, farewell. So 40 coppers to him. Now we have to go use the forge. Maybe this one. There's normally that kind of circly thing. Ah, yes it is, okay. You step up to the forge, the heat is incredible. What do? We use the forge. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you are able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes. What would you like to do first? What are we supposed to do? Ready the tongs? You hold the tongs in a firm grip as the sweat pours from you. What would you like to do now? Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it to the flames. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Let's place the softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. What would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous, a stiletto. A stiletto, a quick, easy weapon, and one that will get you away from the inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? So that kind of says, yeah, let's go yes. But it kind of says, oh, you're chickening out getting away from the forge sooner. Yeah, that is a nice piece of work. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. This thing will serve me well. Keldor will certainly be impressed by this. Time to get out of the flames. Okay, let's go. Let's head on back to him then.
I'm gone.
So this will be the first quest. And then we have 2 more to go. Let's get over to him. You had questions about the forge. I will answer all I can. Show him the item you forged. I have finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully. That is, without a doubt, one of the better pieces I have seen in your crude forge. You'll go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so. I suppose I am. He continues grimly. A murderer has struck in the foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor, Alisa Thiel, in the main foundry, and proceed from there. When you have completed your investigation and are ready to name a culprit, come back to me. Alright. I'll be back. Farewell. Okay, so we're going to be like Inspector Clouseau now. Or maybe it's going to be like Columbo instead. I have to say I preferred watching oh, there's a dead guy over there, look. Alright everyone, we've seen enough. Get back to work. Okay, so we're free again. Yeah, I'd say I preferred watching Columbo than like Clouseau or Poirot or any of those. Just because you always knew who the murderer was right at the start, and then it was about him proving who the murderer was. Okay, so there's Tildon. We don't need to talk to you. We need to talk to Alisa. You're not Alisa. Hopefully, here she is. Yeah.
Good as
Oh, you
done.
want? I
Good
want
as
to talk to
done.
her. You again? What do you want? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on schedule here. Under Keldor's authority, I am investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late when I heard the sound of a scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out the door into the meeting hall, and I raised the alarm. Do you have any other details? I only know of 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Thildon, Saras, and Badai Lin. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of the foundry I couldn't see clearly. How do I know you didn't do it? I have an alibi. Not to mention that Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I have nothing to hide. Apparently Thildon, Saras, and Badai Lin do, though, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. Okay, where can I find Badai Lin? Because I know where the others are. She can be found in any other foundry areas. She's one of our chief engineers, and so she has the run of the place. You'll know her when you see her. Okay. That's pretty much all. I need to get in that guarded room back there. I'd love to help you, but only the real high-ups can authorize that. You'd have to speak to Keldor about it. Thanks. I'm not going to say thanks for nothing. That's not really nice. I guess I don't need anything. Farewell. So let's talk to Philin. Where is he? Where are you gone? Ah, here he is here. We have to keep an eye out for the other lady as well. Shame about that poor Smith, Abaldon. Really it were. Still, he weren't once one to keep himself to the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. 'Tis the way the plains turn. Mark my words. Every basher gets his due. Ah well, what can old Tildon do for you? I'd like to ask you some questions. You want answers? Like what? What were you doing the night of the murder? What was I doing? Why, I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and a jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night. Didn't see no need. Do you know anyone who can swear otherwise? No. Never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask, if you're really looking for leads, is Saros. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. What with his father being such a high up here, he always was into new experiences. Why, he's practically a sensei. If you ask me, probably wanted to kill someone and see if he could get away with it. Saros, eh? I remember that. In the meantime, I had some more questions. I don't really actually. I just want to talk about the murder. So we have to look out for the other lady as we walk around. Oh, that's Anna. That's Elisa. Let's go talk to Saros then. That's Sarosa. So why call your children Saros and Sarosa? It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because it's like the male and female version of the same name, I guess. That poor Smith. I can't believe what happened to him. It's pretty awful to be wedged into the gears like that. I had some questions for you. Ask whatever you want. Do you have any idea what might have happened? Or have some leads? Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I come in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. He looks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Thildon creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something. He hands you an awl. with the name Bardon etched into the wooden handle. Thanks. I'll be back to talk to you again, I'm sure.
My journal.
Okay, so I guess we go speak to Bardon again.
I'm gone.
Ah, he's over here this time. Okay. Still don't see the other lady. Saros. You remember Saros, don't you? Gave me an awl found near the body. Oddly, this awl has your name etched into the handle. How do you explain that?
Journal.
He looks momentarily flustered and then... Saros is a thief. Odds are he stole it from me. Fact. I've been missing my awl for some time now. Never mentioned it to anyone. Because I figured I just lost it. Now I know that Saros stole it to frame me. Better go get him before he gives you the laugh. Seeing your expression, he says, before he escapes. That sounds a little too pat. I'll ask him about it as soon as I get some more answers from you. You want answers like what? Well, there's nothing really we can ask there, so let's head on back to him.
I'm gone.
Okay, so where is Saros now? Over there, okay. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Tilda says you planted the awl at the murder scene and that you're trying to frame him for the murder because you two disagreed. Of course he'd say that, just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagree, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total Burke doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Bardon. Tell him he needs proof.
Updated
I'll do that.
journal.
Farewell. I'd like to find where the other lady is, because she might be able to corroborate one or other story. But right now it's just like he said, she said kind of stuff, with these two pointing the finger at each other. What's little lickspittle? What did little lickspittle tell you now? I'm sure it were all lies. He tells me that it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the poor sod. He what? I tell you that boy's a thief and a murderer, and you don't believe me? What if I told you the lad's an anarchist, too? A member of the Revolutionary League? Why should I believe that?
Updated my journal.
A pious look creeps onto his face, because I say it so, because I'm about to say something that'll make a criminal of me, but I'll say it to see justice done. He pauses. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. Him and that engineer, Bardon. I told him I'd do it so I could trap him, but then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saros. I turned them down, and now they're trying to cover their tracks. That's why they want me gone. They're the killers, not me. So we didn't speak to Bardon, but he's now pointing the finger at the two of them. So I'm not sure I believe him. Says you. I'll check it out. Answer some other questions for me. Okay, so... But he was saying that Saros was a sensei. Now he's saying like he's an anarchist.
I'm gone.
Doesn't make sense. He's getting further and further in the corner every time we come over. Oh, there's that lady up there now. Okay. Well, we'll talk to him and then we'll go talk to her. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Tilden tells me that you and Bedailen or Anarchist, and that you're trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join. Saras pales. She has nothing to do with this. I did it on my own, but the truth is, Tildon shoved Abaddon into the gears. I put the all there to make sure everyone would know he was there, because I'm just a kid and no one would believe what I was saying, alright? I admit that I planted the all, but I only did it to make sure he got punished for his crime. Okay, we'll see about that.
Updated my journal.
So I want to talk to her. I guess we have to go this way. I want to talk to her, and then I think I'm going to make a decision. Because I think it's Tildon. Although it's not going to be like a Columbo thing where we know it's him and we have to make him but without proof, which I guess is, that part is true, but the other part of getting him to incriminate himself isn't going to happen. You see a severe woman, flaming red hair, pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" "Yes, I had some questions." "What do you want?" Tildon says you're an anarchist and that you're trying to pin the crime on him. Anger strikes sparks in her eyes, but a look of scorn replaces it so quickly you're not even sure you read it right. "An anarchist? Right. Here's my other leg, pull that one too. Did you have some real questions, or can I go back to work?" What was that flash of anger? She smiles slightly. "You don't miss much, do you? Allow me to put it this way. How would you feel if you were falsely accused? My anger stems from that and nothing more." She seems honest about this. Okay, have some other questions. Tell me what you know about the murder. Let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room, and I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from the room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realize I'm a suspect, and I suspect you already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is that it would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. I see. I don't have any more questions. I think I'm happy with accusing Tildon of the murders. Okay, let's get down from there if we can. What the hell is going on? Is there a... Ah, there we go. There was a go down the stairs button as well. Okay, so can we just go and tell him, or do we have to go and accuse Tildon? Well, have you found a culprit for this heinous crime? Do you have evidence? Tildon committed a crime, but Saras tried to frame him for it. It's an anarchist plot, and Saras is in the middle of it. Arrest them both. No, don't. Why is Saras an anarchist? He never admitted that. Tildon did it. He had personal problems with Abaddon. He was trying to frame Saras for the crime. Execute. I don't like any of these options. But we'll go with Tildon did it. Shakes his head. I would never have believed it of Tildon. I trust your investigation was thorough, and I trust you. Allow me to summon the guards. Take your time.
My journal.
He seems saddened by the ordeal. It is done. My thanks for resolving the investigation. You have but one task remaining to you. Sandos, father of Sarosa and Saros, one of our more vital members, has returned from a harrowing journey. He has locked himself in his tower room and is threatening to kill himself. Speak to him. Stop him. I'm on it. Farewell. Okay, but that's something we'll have to do next time, and we'll deal with Anna's level up next time as well. So, but from myself, the Nameless One, Dakon, Anna, and more, it's goodbye, and we really do hope to see all of you next time. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.